Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Hold on tight because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer for the Giants' upcoming season and beyond. Rumors are swirling that the Cincinnati Bengals, a team that's been navigating some financial challenges and a bit of a rebuild themselves, might be willing to part ways with one of their top pass rushers, Trey Hendrickson, and the Giants are right there in the mix. This isn't just some idle speculation. Sources close to the situation suggest that a deal could be on the table, involving a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-rounder in 2027. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would Cincinnati trade away such a key piece? Well, it all comes down to cap space and their long-term strategy. The Bengals are sitting on a tight cap of around $10 million, and with a season record of 8-9 in 2025, they're facing some tough decisions. Plus, they've got extensions pending for Jamar Chase, which will take up a chunk of their cap room. Hendrickson's cap hit is hefty at around $26 million, and with a ranking of 16th among edge rushers in 2025, they're looking to free up some funds and draft capital for a rebuild that's focused heavily on their secondary and offensive line. But let's not forget the player at the heart of this rumor, Trey Hendrickson. This guy is an absolute nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. In 2025, he absolutely dominated, racking up 5 sacks, which is no small feat. He also added 48 pressures, maintaining a Pro Football Focus grade of 91. 8, which puts him among the league's elite pass rushers. His win rate, an impressive 36.4%, and he's got 18 tackles for loss along with 5 forced fumbles. Hendrickson is a game wrecker, and he's shown minimal signs of slowing down, missing just one game in 2025 due to an ankle injury. His career stats are equally impressive: 61, 5 sacks, over 200 pressures, and a career PFF grade of 96. Comparing him to some of the greats, Hendrickson's style is reminiscent of Von Miller back in 2018, when he helped elevate the Denver Broncos' pass rush by over 18% EPA. He's a relentless hunter, a player who breaks through lines with tenacity and historic ferocity, boosting defenses with over 160 pressures in total over his career. Now, why would the Bengals consider trading such a proven talent? Well, it's mainly about their financial constraints and their draft strategy moving forward. They're prioritizing young talent in the secondary, especially with Jamar Chase's extension looming, and they're skeptical about investing heavily in a 30-year-old pass rusher with a cap hit that's hard to sustain long-term. Hendrickson's performance has been stellar, but at his age, teams often start to weigh whether investing big money for years to come makes sense, especially when they're planning a rebuild. The Bengals are eyeing a deeper draft class, especially focused on offensive line prospects, which they need desperately after some costly turnovers from Joe Burrow and other issues on their front. So they're weighing their options, and if they can get a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-rounder in 2027, it might be worth it for them to hit reset button and focus on building around their core stars. But here's where it gets interesting for the Giants. Imagine Hendrickson joining New York's already talented defense. They currently have about $23 million in cap space, which gives them some room to make a splash, especially considering the injuries they've faced. With players like Robinson, who's been sidelined with rib injuries, and Neighbors, who's been in reserve but hasn't made a big impact so far, adding a player like Hendrickson could be exactly what this defense needs to get over the hump. The Giants' pass rush last season was decent, with 40 sacks, but with Hendrickson's addition, that number could skyrocket to around 58 sacks. That's a massive boost, around a 24% increase, and it would significantly improve their win rate on third down, pressures, and overall disruption. Hendrickson's presence could elevate players like Kayvon Thibodeaux, who has shown flashes of brilliance but needs that veteran push, and it could help the secondary breathe a little easier, knowing they have a ferocious pass rusher anchoring the front. And let's not forget, Hendrickson's impact isn't just about sacks. His ability to stop the run, his run defense grade is a stellar 90. 2 means he's a complete package. His presence would help the Giants contain the NFC East's rushing attacks. especially against teams like the Eagles, who love to run the ball and control the clock. The Giants, who have struggled historically against the run, would see their defensive metrics improve significantly, which in turn would translate into more wins and a better shot at playoff contention. Plus, Hendrickson's experience and leadership would be invaluable for the young core. He's been a Pro Bowler from 2021 to 2024, and his consistent performance and minimal injury history make him a reliable cornerstone for any team looking to rebuild or contend. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this could be a pivotal move for the Giants on their journey to return to the Super Bowl stage. Hendrickson's addition would not only boost their immediate pass rush, but also set a tone for the defense: aggressive, relentless, and hungry. Historically, teams that bolster their pass rush have a much better chance of making deep playoff runs. His presence could be the difference maker in tight games, especially against division rivals like the Eagles and Cowboys, who have formidable offensive lines. If we look at the numbers from past seasons, teams with elite pass rushers tend to have about a 12% higher chance of winning games, according to EPA models. Hendrickson's impact in 2021 helped the Bengals improve their odds dramatically, and it's reasonable to expect the Giants could see similar gains. And of course, there's the Super Bowl picture. Right now, the Giants are listed with plus 8,000 odds to win Super Bowl LX, but if they manage to land Hendrickson and integrate him into their defensive scheme, those odds could tighten significantly. Betting markets could see a shift to around plus 3,000, especially if Hendrickson's production mirrors what he's done in recent years. His ability to demolish offensive lines like that of the Cowboys, who allowed 46 sacks last season, makes him a true X-factor in the playoffs. Think about it. A pass rush that can consistently pressure the quarterback transforms a good team into a great one, and Hendrickson's elite sack production and disruptive skills could push the Giants closer to the top of the NFC hierarchy. Now, let's talk about what this means for the Giants' future. This move would be a clear signal that they're serious about building a strong, competitive team that can contend for years to come. Hendrickson would serve as a cornerstone, a predator on the edge who can generate pressure and create those game-changing turnovers. His addition could also help the Giants develop their young players like Thibodeaux, who need that veteran influence to reach their full potential. It's all about creating a culture of relentless pursuit and high-level competition, a mindset that can carry a team deep into January. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet, and the trade discussions are still in the early stages. But given the Bengals' current cap situation and their draft priorities, it's not out of the realm of possibility that this deal could happen in the coming weeks. If it does, it would be a huge win for the Giants, who need to make a splash to re-establish themselves as serious contenders in the NFC. This move would not just be about acquiring a talented pass rusher. It would be about sending a message to the rest of the league that the Giants mean business, that they're committed to winning now and building a defense that strikes fear into opponents. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and the New York Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news.